Newfie Knits here. And how is she cutting? Today on Newfie Knits, I'm still knitting the rabbit. It doesn't really matter. Like, I could be knitting this until the end of time. But, like, who really cares? It's just me and you here. I don't even know if people watch these things. I don't really care. But I will let you in on a little secret. I have some coffee, which also includes a little bit of adult beverage, which is fine. You know what? It's Sunday. Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? If you care, pretend it's coffee. And if you don't care, well, you know what? I would say 70% of it is coffee. So, cheers. 60% of it is coffee. Pretty sure. Anyway, today I have an announcement. I feel like I'm getting older. Just letting you know. I just figured I'd let you know. If you don't know, I don't know. And if I don't know, you don't know. What I mean is, have you ever had a moment where you're like, Jesus, that sounds just like something my mother would say? Or, oh my God, did that just happen? I'm listening to country music. Country. I'm a big Johnny Cash fan, just letting you know. I've always been a Johnny Cash fan, but I'm going to tell you, I'm listening to country now, and it's very, 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 very strange. Does that mean I'm getting old? Like, I said to my son the other day, I said, listen, you'll die. You'll just die. I said, listen, look, there she goes. Whoopi Goldberg. She was in the movie we just watched. Okay? My son looks at me and he says, Mom, who's Whoopi Goldberg? Who's Whoopi Goldberg? Who is Whoopi Goldberg? Oh my God. Little Rascals. Like a million other movies that I can't think of right now. Sister Act is the only one coming to my mind. Like Whoopi Goldberg, that's part of my childhood. What else is there? Like, what else is there? Like, next thing you'll know, you'll say, Neil Diamond, who is he? Paul Simon, who is he? Korn, Limp Bizkit, Blink-182, hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there, hello, that is in their 30s? Just saying. Johnny Cash, you know, like I know, like a lot of people my age are not into Johnny Cash, but I freaking love Johnny Cash, man. Johnny Cash. And like, we're all about Sum 41 in this house. No, I'm joking. Nobody's about Sum 41. But, you know, like Newfoundland bands, like, okay, I do listen to Newfoundland music. Actually, downstairs is playing Jigs and Reels right now, just saying, holla, out to K-Rocks, out to OZFM, Hits FM, everybody in Newfoundland that plays Newfoundland music, appreciate it, keeps the tradition alive. Also, there's nothing better than knitting up with a nice glass of whatever that is, with some Jigs and Reels on a Sunday afternoon. Not saying I have adult beverage every Sunday afternoon, but today with the amount of snow and everything we just got, you know what? It's okay. If you're just doing a little nip every now and again, as long as you're responsible and as long as you're safe, and I'm not driving anywhere, so best kind. Why not? Be responsible, be safe. I have zero tolerance for anybody out there drunk driving. Zero tolerance. If you're a drunk driver, do not even friend me. We are not friends, okay? You're taking your life, everyone else's life on the road into your hands. What's the point? Will you live with yourself if anything were to happen? That's the last bit of that's the last little tiny bit of the serious topic we're going to have for today. But well, I'm serious though. Like, don't mess with it. You know, you got many years of your life. If you're underage or anything else, you shouldn't be at it. At all. You got more years out there ahead of you. Now, get a little bit serious there now today, Roberta. Which you kind of gotta be. And when you become a mom, you get a little bit serious about things you never thought you would be serious. Oh my God, that loops right back around what I'm talking about. I am getting older. I just literally did a PDA, public, PFA, P something, public announcement. Ha! I just did a public announcement for safety. PSA. I figured it out. It's a public service announcement. Okay, so anyway, that's all I'm saying about that. But yes, I do feel like I'm getting older. Besides for the gray hairs and besides for on the weekend when you're looking forward to organizing your basement or for mopping the floors. Does anybody really look forward to mopping the floors, or do you look forward to the feeling of cleaning your house? Because honestly, I'm this close to buying buying a service to clean my house. That close. I'm so sick of it. Besides, okay, listen, most of you out there don't know how many pets I own, but I own a lot of pets. I have a cockatiel, I have a beagle, I have 2 cats, and I have 6 birds. A canary, 3 finches, 5 birds. Canary, 3 finches, and a cockatiel. 5 birds. 5 birds, for some reason, makes me feel better. But anyway, they're all doing their bird things. My cockatiel right now is downstairs chewing the heck out of a wall, probably. No, I'm joking. She's safe. She's in her contained little playground area. She's more than fine. My canary is up playing with the finches because he's bonded with 3 finches. And the 3 finches are busy building nests because that's what they do this time of the year. So they're doing their own bird thing. The 2 cats are probably asleep because they're 15 and 17. And my dog is 13 years old. So they're all kind of older, except for my cockatiel. She's like 6 now. But anyway, I have a ton of pets. And they are getting older. And I notice the older I get too, the harder it is aging with pets and family. Like you become familiar with that mortality situation. But besides for that part of getting older, I mean the waking up sore, all that's for the birds, man. I'm so sick of waking up feeling like I got bit with a stick. It's not very nice. But here's the positives. Positives are, if I want to stay up till 4 in the morning, I can. Although, come on now, anybody over the age of 30, if you can stay up till 4 in the morning, more power to you. I can't do that anymore. You can't stay up late anymore. You can't have any adult beverages without risking a migraine for 16 days. But there's a lot of positives. There are. If I wants to go out tomorrow and buy a quad, I certainly can. If I decides that, I don't know, I wants to paint my whole house blue, I certainly can. You know, we've paid our dues growing up as teenagers and young 20-year-olds. And, you know, when you hit the 30s and 40s, that's when you can breathe a sigh of relief. You got your career ahead of you. You got your kids all started. Now, I wasn't one of those people who had kids in my 30s or 40s. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You do you. I had my kid in my 20s. So, I barely see him. I know he lives here. And I know he eats, because God knows I got the grocery bill. And he does occasionally make an appearance. But he does live here. I am a mother. I know that. But all I'm saying is now me and my husband, we have a lot of free time. So we get to go, we get to relax, we get to go on our bike rides or our walks by ourselves because our son is a teenager and he's more than able to stay home by himself for 5 minutes or so. So that's a new world. Getting older is a new world. And I'm going to tell you, for anybody who's out there that's a millennial or that's like born in the 2000s or even the 90s, it does get better. You do enjoy your time a little bit more. You do feel like a teenager. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like a teenager almost every day. I joke around just as much as I did in my high school years. I fools around. Sure, earlier today I took a little tiny, what is it called? A little tiny electric scooter just for a laugh. Went up and down the street. Had the neighbors out laughing as well. Whatever floats your boat. I don't think we ever grow up. I think we make educated decisions. I think we learn from our mistakes. One bonus of your 30s and 40s is that you already did everything wrong, so now you learn from it. So you do, and you do help raise your kids, and now our next stage of life is awaiting us, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not going to say it was easy getting here. Like, it really wasn't. I don't think any 30-year-old or even 20-year-old this day and age, or even a 40-year-old, like, there's nothing easy, but it's rewarding. So I gotta say, it's kind of nice to say, you know what, this summer, I'm going to go halfway across the province and go camping for a week. It's nice to say, you know what, we're doing good for ourselves, let's go to Jamaica. It's really great to even upgrade your own property and feel proud of what you did. Listen, you should be proud. If you're renting or buying or leasing or whatever, you made it happen, my friend. You did. I did. I know I worked damn hard for what I got. I won't even get into all of it, but I'm going to tell you, I worked damn hard. My husband worked damn hard. And you worked damn hard. And you should feel proud of where you came from. I do. I worked hard my whole life. Like, I really did. I worked hard in school. I worked hard in my work life. I worked hard in university. And I worked hard... Now, I work hard at where I'm to and whatever I do for a living. And I bet you do too. I don't care if you're a babysitter and you're 12 years old. I don't care if you're just in school and you never had a chance to get out in the working world. You're doing the best that you can. And you know what? I'm just going to put this out there too. If you're not doing the best that you can, if you're just coasting through life and that's fine enough for you, then that's fine enough for me too. You don't have to kill yourself every single day. Every one of us is built differently, hey. But I will say this, when you work hard for something, you really do feel good about yourself. The more effort you put into something, the better you're going to feel. So don't put the project off. Don't say, I'll do that next week. Don't put your house project off. Don't say, next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. Maybe it has nothing to do with that. Maybe he wants to start a family. Everybody's place in life is at a different point, hey? No one's better than other people, and no one works harder than other people. That's questionable, but for the most part, I'd like to think everyone puts their best foot forward, hey? If you're working towards a running goal or a triathlon or a business goal, maybe you want to do better at work, or maybe you want to make more friends, or maybe this year you said, hey, I just need to pay more attention to myself. That's adulting, I think. I like to think. I like to think paying bills and going to work and trying to be the best person you can be, caring for your neighbor, caring for a friend, checking up on your father or mother if they're sick, or even saying hello to someone at the grocery store. I think that's adulting. Because you know what it's like when you feel so alone in the world that you feel like nobody notices you. Now, it's not too often that ever happened to me, but listen, we're all at different places in our lives and mentally and physically. So maybe adulting is just picking up something somebody dropped at the grocery store, or maybe adulting is going for a walk and winking at the person who walks past you. Not in a creepy way. Don't do that in a creepy way. It'll be a situation. Trust me. I went from a small town to St. John's, and my husband had to educate me quite quickly. You don't say hello to every single person you meet. But all I'm saying is, you know, just do the best that you can. And I do feel like I'm getting older, and yeah, you got that whole like mentality, like this rush, your clock is ticking. I don't think we should look at life that way. I think we should look at life like, hey, listen, I've been on the world over 30 years. I still hope to frig got at least 60 left. Christ, I still got like 2/3 of my life left. I think that's pretty good odds. I could be a different person in 20 years. Who knows? Maybe I'll go around with pink hair or purple streaks I loves it when women starts doing that in their 60s and 70s. Gets different color hair. Let's go crazy. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to be more serious. I think it gives you a license to be less serious. I think people who go out and do whatever they want to do at whatever age, I admire those people. I met a person once before that told me as soon as they retire, they're going braless. You know what, that person 100% went braless. I'm proud of you. You stayed true to your word, and that's what you wanted to do. When you retired, you went braless. I think I want goals like that in my life. We should all go braless. Sure, men, go underwearless. Let's just go commando. Why not? I think that's good goals. I think so. And while we're all at it, why don't we just live free and in the woods and do a nudist colony? Well, you wouldn't be able to do that here. It gets way too cold here. But wherever you're too, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. I just think becoming an adult, you don't have to become more serious. I think you learn, and I think from the experience that you learned, I think that allows you to relax. Because here's a secret. No matter how bad things get, and this is something I'm learning every year there's going to be chaos. Every year there's going to be unexpected bills. Every year there's going to be stress. Every year there's going to be illness. Every year there's going to be births and deaths. It's just life. But how you approach it and how you deal with it is going to be different every single time. And the older you get, the more you realize there's no sense in fretting or stressing. It'll work out. It always does work out. And good things does happen to good people. It might not seem like it at the time. But if you try and you do the best that you can do, it's going to work out. Okay? We always get to those moments in our lives. The older we get, we start to realize, like 20s, I swear to God, every other week I had a fire to put out. Right? Not physical fire, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one thing after the next. It feels like, my God, is anything ever going to go my way? It will. It will. I promise you it will. I always said things come in threes. It's like a Newfoundland saying, I guess. Or maybe that's a world saying. I have no idea. But it always made me feel good. Like, okay, here's the first thing. Here's the second thing. Here's the bad thing. The third thing to happen. It should get better from here. And at least then, once you flip that mental switch out of that negative brain, and you go to, you know, this sucks, but it will get better. It does get better. Because you can handle things better. And you realize, like, you know, all the work you've done up to now, like whether it's financial stress or work stress or family stress, all the work that you did was not for nothing, okay? It will get better. It will. I promise you, whether it's a death you're dealing with, time does help with those wounds. I'm not going to say it heals them. All I'm going to say is it helps with them. It doesn't heal them, but it helps with them. Well, today was a little bit of a longer talk, but I just wanted to get that out and off my chest. You're all good people. And to my friends and family who do watch these videos, thank you. Thank you for your support. Again, I don't think that these will come of much, but it does help me get out what I want to get out. Instead of keeping it locked all up in here, eh? Thanks so much for listening there today, guys. I really appreciate it. That's Newfie Knits. Don't forget who knit ya. Thanks, guys. For more Newfie Knits, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks, guys.